from a head coach who was headed for the Maryland High School Hall of Fame. Here we go. Our pregame interview with Coach Rick Connor of the Linganore Lancers. Here with Coach Rick Connor, Linganore Lancers, pregame interview. Coach, how's your practices been this week?
Their focus is pretty good. They know who they're playing. They know if they don't prepare well, it's things can be real difficult. I liked our 3 days.
Mm-hmm. How are you physically coming out of Walkersville?
We're pretty good. We're not banged up too much. We got a lot of kids in the game last couple of weeks, so it's been we've had some pretty good practices. A lot of guys know their role and they feel some value, and they've got a chance to play on Friday night, and they're working hard at practice.
Every season kind of has its own character. This one's been kind of difficult with the schedule and the weather and all that. What's the character of this season?
For us, we don't care about much like that. We just, Friday at 7 we get to play, and if it gets backed up to Saturday at 10, we're going to show up and play. If it's in mud, it's in mud. If it's on turf, it's those things we don't control. So we just worry about things we do control, and that's preparation, working hard, playing hard on Friday night.
How does this team compare to last year's team?
They're a lot of same guys. We missed some of our seniors who graduated last year, but it's fun to see kids step into new roles and take on new ownership, new leadership roles, and some kids get some reps that they didn't get last year. So it's always fun to have the season evolve, and now we're getting to week 6 and things are kind of settled. So it's some continuity getting there, and the kids have done a great job learning.
Mm-hmm. Preparing for Oakdale, how do you keep them to keep their feet on the ground? I heard you talking to them and didn't start, and been working on that all week.
They're so good on offense. They're quarterbacks, they're running back, they're guys out there, the wide receivers. They're all skilled players, so they do a great job up front. So that's a challenge in itself, right? They can throw it or run it, and so can the quarterback. Defensively, they fly around the ball. They're physical. They're well coached, and then they got a great kicker. And you can't kick it. You got to be careful kicking it to their guys because they can take it back to the house. Number 4, number 2 are one-play touchdowns at any time during the game. So you obviously got your hands full.
How do you prepare the kids emotionally for this kind of a contest, this matchup, which is going to be, your neighbors?
Yeah, well, we like to think practice is hard here all the time. So that Friday night, they've experienced that pressure, that intensity, that mental toughness, that emotional toughness that they have to exhibit in pressure situations. And so we hope that their comfort zone gets larger during the week, and Friday night, we get to play in our comfort zone.
Any idea how you're going to shut down Schlee?
Oh, I don't know if he shut him down. I've seen him too many times. I've seen him too much on film. He's gotten much better than he was last year. More physical, faster. I get to see him play basketball a lot. He's just a super talent. So hopefully we can contain him and keep it close.
Ryan Lee is really developing this year. He's coming third year starting quarterback. I've seen the growth and maturity in him.
Oh yeah, Ryan's done a lot like Corey. He's gotten better. He's developed over the year as a 3-year starter. He can run the ball now. He's grown into that 6'5" body. He's a big kid, and we're hoping he plays a really good game for us. Mm-hmm. And we need him to. He's a quarterback.
And finally, Coach, what should the listeners listen or watch out for in this game? What do you think the key is?
Guys playing, just playing. Go play the football game. It's not the state championship game. It's a week 6 game. Obviously, the implications are a little different because it's Oakdale, it's at our place, blah blah blah. But just play football and have fun, and don't get uptight about what this game means, because it really, everybody's going to get a week 7, okay, 8, 9, 10, and then things get a little different.
And finally, you, Coach Connor, you get up every morning. You're still excited as you've always been?
Oh, yeah. I roll out of bed nervous. Yep, I can't wait to get started. I've gotten up a little earlier this week than most weeks, so it's hopefully it's paid off.
This is what it's all about, right?
We like, this is a great, a lot of schools don't get to play in games like this, and we get to play in it, so every year, and So that's good for our kids. It's good for our communities, and it's hopefully we're going to play well.
Okay. Well, Coach, best of luck to you in the game this afternoon.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Okay, that's it. That's our pregame interview with the Linganore Lancers coach, Rick Connor. All right, let's get to that trivia we did earlier. The question was, what Frederick County team did the NFL player who had 5 Pro Bowl appearances and 3 Super Bowls, what team did he play for in Frederick County? The answer is the 1968 Frederick Cadets. There's your Week 6 trivia answer. Tune in next week, and you'll be able to win more exciting prizes here on Frederick County Scoreboard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll take us back to our music now as we prepare for the opening kickoff of the game tonight. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes here for that game. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Week 6 edition of Frederick County Scoreboard. This will be archived in its entirety and available in our WTHU.org sports tab. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the air for the live football game in just a few minutes.
Thanks for listening to Frederick County Scoreboard right here on Cool 1450 AM.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We hope you'll stay with us for a while and enjoy the great music on Cool 1450 WTA. Like what you're hearing, won't you please tell a friend about the all-new Cool 1450 AM?
He's got a man open. He hits him 20 yards, 30 yards, still on his feet, 40, and he will score all the way down. Call that a 65-yard touchdown for the Stockton Cougars.
Funk you up, uptown funk you up. I said uptown funk you up, uptown funk you up.
Lay under center, Brusha in the backfield with Butler. Lay goes to Brusha. No, he keeps it on the.
Did he get it?
Yes, he did.
Lancers. Touchdown, Linganore.
sing a little something. Uptown, you up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Linganore High School, home of the Lancers, and we're here. Exciting game lineup for you tonight. My name is Michael Betteridge. I'll be doing your play-by-play. Joined here in the press box with Tom Jeppe. Tom, how's it look out there?
Hey, Michael, it's a perfect night for football here in Frederick County at Linganore Stadium. Cool, crisp air. Captains are ready for the coin toss. I think you're looking at two teams that are really matched up well. They're almost mirror images of one another from a couple standpoints. The two linebackers in the game, Jackson Ambush for Linganore and Mario Goings for Oakdale, pretty much are mirror images of one another and anchor each defense. And then you got the two old-style, prototypical big quarterbacks. So quarterback play and defensive play are going to be two of the big keys tonight here at Linganore Stadium.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Both these teams come in undefeated, and, something's got to give.
Yeah, interestingly enough, something will give, and one of these teams is going to go out here with an L tonight, but that doesn't diminish or hurt the chances of either one of them going to the state championship because Oakdale's on the 2A level, Linganore's on the 3A level.
Great point.
This is a great, strong county for football, the West Division.
All right, we're going to step aside for the national anthem played to you by the Linganore Lancers Marching Band. All right, the Linganore Lancers Marching Band with their rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. And Thomas, the Rockets' red glare were a little early there, weren't they?
Yeah, there were fireworks early, Michael, and I think there's going to be fireworks here all night. This stadium is amped up. You can feel the electricity in the air. Yeah. This is a rivalry between not only two teams in the county, two very good football programs, but a lot of these kids grew up side by side because Oakdale is right next to Linganore, and this is becoming one of the bigger rivalries.
The Luya connection,
County.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, this game's been on our calendar since back in July, Tom, when the schedule first appeared. Every year for the past 2 years, Oakdale has had the edge, and they beat Linganore last year 28-9, and the year before 36-0. So, what do you think about this one tonight?
Interesting. There's a lot of talk among the kids because last year, as you mentioned, Oakdale did beat Linganore. Linganore went on to win the state championship in one of the most incredible high school football games I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
These Oakdale kids remind Linganore every day that they didn't beat them. And the state championship should have been Oakdale. So this is a grudge match.
The last time Linganore had a loss after 13 consecutive wins was against this team a year ago tomorrow, right at Oakdale.
Yeah, and it's a home game for Linganore tonight, so I expect the crowd's going to be in it. I can see the Oakdale crowd across the stadium, and they seem like they're in it as well. But there's nothing like a Linganore home crowd to amp these kids up. Ryan Lay, one of the quarterback of Linganore, one of the captains of the team, came out for the coin toss. He was amped up. You could see the tribe over here to our right getting him fired up. This is gonna be a great game. These teams are pumped up and ready to go.
Absolutely. Both teams are huddled up and ready to come out on the field for the opening kickoff here. There's 12 minutes on the clock. We want to thank our game sponsors for making this possible. Brownie's Auto Care, Cousins Ace Hardware of Thurmont, Ace Hardware of Mount Airy, thanks to Greg over there, Happy Dog Groomers, David's Salon, Gettysburg Auto Auction, Med One Pharmacy, and finally, Chef's Meat Market. Thanks for sponsoring today's matchup, the game of the year between the undefeated Linganore Lancers and the undefeated Oakdale Bears. And the ball is teed up on the 40-yard line where the Linganore Lancers will kick off right to left on your radio dial against Oakdale. We are ready to go.
And Michael, number 4, Blake Baxter, deep for Oakdale. He returned a touchdown, 86 yards last week. I don't expect him to even put his hands on the ball.
They kicked away from him. Fair catch called, taken down on the 28-yard line where it'll be Oakdale ball, 1st and 10.
That's a standard strategy for Linganore. They're not going to give anybody a chance to return the ball against them. So they do that high pooch kick toward the sideline, and they just have their coverage team cover all the lanes. Nobody's getting anywhere on them.
Yeah,
They don't want to give up the big play.
You're pinned in over there. All right, here we go. The Oakdale Bears come out. Schlee with a naked backfield. 3 receivers split wide, one to the far side of the field in the slot. Had to have a ball change there on the field. They threw one ball in and took one ball out, so slight official delay in the action, and there's the clock winds now. Here we go. Motion across the formation, handoff to the motion back on the jet sweep, trying to get around the edge, and he got nothing. Might have lost a couple, Tom.
Yeah, that's a big play that they like to run, that jet sweep, and they had 3 blockers out on the outside. But I'm going to tell you, Linganore, Cole Mitchell, number 8, the defensive end, did a great job stringing that play out. Linganore likes to cover all the gaps. This is a gap-controlled defense, and they're going to try and string you out and use the sideline as their 12th defender.
Here we go, rolling to his left. Schlee wants to pass, got some pressure, has to scramble, steps up in, evades one tackler, positive yards, falls down ahead. Call it a gain of 7 on the carry by Schlee. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he showed some of his Fran Tarknet skills there. I mean, he had to be evasive. This Linganore defense is going to get after you. They've got a lot of players here. They're going to fly to the ball, as Coach said earlier in your interview, Michael. So a lot of yards are going to be hard to come by, but he'll leave it at about 3rd and a long 4.
Yeah, he gets a short mark on it, so we'll call it 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation, one back standing right behind him. 3 receivers in the formation. There's some motion, movement on the Oakdale line. There's the hanky, and that's going to take him back 5.
Yeah, we'll look to the official to make the call. It looked like to me that right side of the line jumped.
Motion is the call. It's against Oakdale. So that's part of the nerves, Tom.
Yeah, we talk about this, I think, every year, especially in high school football, and particularly as you get 2 teams that are very well coached and strong teams. Mistakes are going to be a difference in a game like this.
All right, so instead of 3rd and 4, it's now 3rd and 9 for Oakdale. Big down right here as he's got 2 receivers. He sends one into motion out, and he's going to straight drop. Looking to his left, now to his right. Has to scramble. Nothing there. Got some pressure. He's going to get sacked. No, he shakes a leg and breaks it. Pulls up, throws deep. Got a man. One hops it. Incomplete.
Yeah, and this Linganore defense, again, that was number 8, Cole Mitchell. And I think Joey Bromley was in there pressuring Schlee. They're going to have to pressure Schlee. He is a good drop back, sit in the pocket. He's a tall, lanky kid. He sees the field well, and he's got a strong arm. If they can apply that kind of pressure, it could be a long day for him. But that's the kind of thing they're going to have to do in order to control him tonight.
So 3 and out on the penalty for the Bears, and they'll have to punt it away to the Linganore Lancers. One guy standing deep. Good, great punt. Backs him up, takes it right at the 32. Immediately hit, spinned around, and dropped.
Yeah, they blew the whistle on that. When he went down to receive the ball, he hit his knee.
Right.
But that's Joey Felton. You don't want him getting loose. He's a speedster, smart kid too. He's on a commit to Yale. So I mean, there's a
4.35 and a 40 speedster. Yeah, that's lightning fast.
And we're going to see a lot of no huddle with Linganore. They're going to look to the sideline to get the plays called in.
Yep, signaling by hand to the sideline as Ryan Lay, quarterback for the Lancers, looks over here to the near side. He's ready. Wing right, one receiver split out, pistol formation. Lay fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, wants to pass, got a man out in the flat, and he drops it.
Yeah, he had Brusha, the wing back, out in the flat. Brusha's a big bruising kid. He's 240 pounds. He's got some speed, but if he gets his shoulders underneath and gets upfield, he's gonna get some positive yardage.
Absolutely. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lancers with the ball spotted on the 36, their own 36. As they shuttle the play into the huddle, they flip wide receivers and split Felton out wide. I formation behind Lay. hand off to the up back, and then he pulls it out and hands it to the deep back, trying to get around the edge. He gets a little bit of a seam, and let's call it a 5-yard gain on the carry.
Yeah, nice carry there for Johan Samayoa. Again, a speedy little back. Linganore is known for those. What we're missing tonight here on this Linganore offense is Davon Butler, still not in the lineup, and he's a powerful runner as well.
Samayoa, leading rusher on the team with 50 carries and 378 yards on the year, third in the county. Linganore comes out with the same formation. Ryan looks over the defense, now settles under center. Fakes a handoff to the deep back, throws on a quick out over the middle, knocked down by the middle linebacker.
Yeah, that pass was intended for number 9, the tight end, Mason Wills. It didn't look like quarterback and tight end were on the same page there. Wills turned one way, the ball came in the other way, and that's going to bring up a punting situation. So both teams kind of almost 3 and out here. And
both 3 and outs, yeah. All right, Linganore's ready to punt the ball. 2 receivers back deep on their own 30 for the Bears. Good snap, got pressures, block, kick. They blocked it. Linganore picks it up. He's going to have to run with it, trying to get around the edge. He's not going to get it. Oh, what a break for Oakdale on the block off the edge on that left end.
And you know what? Oakdale relies on that every single week. That's number 10, Luke Carey. So read an article on him earlier this week.
He had 2 blocks last week.
2 blocks last week. He was a lineman when he played youth football. Now he's just playing all over the field, and he's a difference maker for this Oakdale Bear team.
Well, this is a huge turnover by special teams for Oakdale to give them great field position and the ball back immediately. Sitting in Linganore territory for the first time in this game. Ball on the 34, 1st and 10 for Colin Schlee. As he leans down under center, motion across the formation. They reverse direction on the motion, fakes the pitch, wants to pass, looking deep, got a man open, caught all the way down to the 2-yard line. What a catch!
Yeah, beautifully thrown ball there. I can't see what number that is. It looked to me like number 10 again, Luke Carey, but excellent pass by Schlee. That's going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5 for this Oakdale Bear team.
Oakdale comes in power formation, double wing set. Motion across, handoff right up the middle, straight ahead. No signal yet. He might have gotten a yard, not into the end zone, so it's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, not much there. That's one thing about this Linganore team. When you're in a goal line situation, they're not going to give too much up the middle. I would look for the Bears to try and get this ball, either a short dump pass or get the edge on this play.
Offset eye for the Bears. Motion again. Fakes the handoff. He's going naked bootleg around the edge. Breaks 1 tackle and falls into the end zone for a touchdown, Oakdale Bears.
Yeah, Oakdale on the board first. And again, not necessarily a mistake, but the same impact as a mistake. Luke Carey makes a big play. It kind of changes the course of this game. Rebounds his field position, and Oakdale's able to score quickly. Colin Schlee off the left edge. Interestingly enough, Colin's older brother is playing quarterback at the next level as well, Michael. And then the quarterback that played prior to them, Sean McGackey, is playing quarterback up at Widener.
Right.
So they do a good job with their quarterbacks at Oakdale.
There's a snap to set. The kick is up. And the kick is good, and we've got a 7-0 ball game as the Bears draw first blood and jump out on a great special teams recovery out here on the field. We'll be right back after this important commercial message from our sponsors.
Serving our community for over 50 years with quality service at a fair price, Brownie's Auto Repair employs only ASE certified technicians. Brownie's is one of only 33 shops in the state of Maryland designated as an ASE Blue Seal of Excellence repair facility. They want to help you maintain your vehicle in a manner that keeps it trouble-free and fun to drive. Stop by today. That's Brownie's Auto Repair, located on Frederick Street in Walkersville, a proud sponsor of Walkersville High School Athletics.
right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There's the kickoff, deep, way all the way down and into the end zone. My goodness, what a leg.
Hey, yeah, there's one way to not get a return. If you kick that ball in the end zone, it's not returnable in high school football. And if you got a kicker that can do that, I'd do that every time and pin him back inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I was watching him out there kicking earlier, and that guy has a heck of a leg. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's Justin Ritter.
Yeah.
I would look here. Linganore's a well-coached team. I'd look for them to maintain their poise here. It's only one score. They're not down by a ton. And look for them to just stay within their offense and not try to get too much too quick.
Shotgun formation, 3 receivers in the pattern. Motion across the formation. Here comes the jet sweep around the left end. Not much there. He reverses field, cuts back through, and gets good positive yardage. We'll call it 7 on the carry, and it was all on the running back.
Yeah, that was actually the receiver on the right end coming all the way across the formation, Joey Felton. He's a speedster, and he can change direction quickly. And I would say gain of 6 on that, and it was all on Felton.
Quickly back out to the line of scrimmage go the Lancers. Schlee in the shotgun, motion by Felton. Fakes a handoff, follows it, goes off tackle himself, bulls it straight ahead and drives to the first down marker. It's going to be close.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a first down here. Yeah,
I just realized I said Schlee.
Hey,
I meant Ryan Lay.
Big, tall quarterbacks. They both wear number 3.
I know.
And they're both very similar in the way they play.
You know, that's a great point, Matt. It is like a mirror image, isn't it? All right, Ryan Lay barking out signals. I think he might be going audible. Leans down under center. Hands off to the deep back, straight ahead. Churning, driving, couple of yards. Good solid movement on that line as they fire out.
Yeah, he got about 2.5, 3 yards on that carry. That was Samayoa. And again, back to Ryan Lay. His legs helped them win that game last year, and he wasn't known at that time for running the ball.
Quick out to Felton. He goes to the markers, driven out of bounds into the Linganore bench for the first down.
And again, the Lay-Felton connection. Joey Felton, Yale-bound. Again, they had a big cushion there, just flipped it out to the side, and he was able to get enough for the first down.
Yep. They haven't moved the markers yet. They're going to, there they go. They're moving them now. I thought they were going to measure for a second, but no. They move the markers, so he gets the first down yardage as Linganore is immediately ready to snap the ball. And they do. Handoff, off tackle, straight ahead. Not much there, a couple. Keeping that ball moving, get that good tempo going.
Yeah, again, 3 yards on that by Samayoa. Again, known for his speed, but he's getting some tough yards here early going. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Immediately. Quick out to Felton. He catches it, trying to break one tackle, shakes a leg. Another guy hits him and drives him out of bounds. Give him 3 on the forward progress.
Yeah, that'll set up about a 3rd and 5. And again, they're developing a pattern here. They're going to go dump, and then they're going to send him deep.
Pump and go, right. I see it coming. Pistol formation, wing left. Schlee with the keeper. First down into the secondary. One tackle to break, and he brought down at the 45. Man, he is strong, and I said Schlee again, and I meant Lay. Ryan Lay on the carry.
He's strong. He's a big kid, over about 220 pounds, but he's 6'5". Every step, he's going to get 2-3 yards.
Quick snap again, looking deep, goes right, almost picked. He catches it, brought down after a 2-yard reception.
Yeah, good hands out there by number 5, Bennett Formulac, who's also Linganore's kicker. So that'll be a very, very short gain, 2 yards on the pass play from Lay to Formulac.
Let's call it, well, I think they marked it back. Yeah, they pushed it back 1. So it's a 1-yard gain. Call it 2nd and 9 now for the Lancers as they go quick, no huddle. Now we've got official timeout on the field. They're looking over here to the sidelines. Yeah, I think they don't like where the marker is. They put it back on the line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10. No gain on that reception. Handoff, off left tackle. Cuts it upfield. Good solid run. Give him 5 on the carry.
Yeah, Samayoa again using the shiftiness that time to pick up 5. It'll leave him 2nd and about 5. I would look to Lay to use his arm or his legs here. I don't think there's going to be a handoff in this situation.
6 minutes to go in the first. Oakdale leads at 7-0. Schley on the keeper, into the secondary, past the first down marker, takes 3 to bring him down.
Yeah,
I said Schley again. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm having a mental block here.
And again, Lay on the carry. Another first down for Linganore. Lay's actually the second leading rusher on the team.
Yeah.
He didn't run the ball much at all last year, but in that state championship game, he did. And they're using his versatility a lot more this year.
Lay hands it off to Samoya. He gets it around the edge and runs to the sidelines where he's taken out of bounds after a couple.
Yeah, didn't get the block on the edge there that he needed. Gain of 2, so that's going to bring up second and long. It looked like they gave him 3.
They gave him
so
3 on that.
Second and 7.
Call it 2nd and 7. As you mentioned, Lay is the second leading rusher with 25 carries on this team for 212 yards on the season. And an 8.5 yards per carry percentage. That's impressive. Pistol formation. Hand off to the lone back, straight ahead. Into the secondary, first down yardage and more, so they're just grinding and moving the chains.
And this is going to be how Linganore does beat you up. They got to chew up the clock and chew up the yardage. And back to Lay's 8.5 yard per carry average. The big play with him is the boot keep, where he fakes it and then rides that thing out on the edge. Big time yardage in the past few games.
Lay, hands off to the back again, straight into the secondary, breaks one tackle, puts his nose down and drives right to the first down marker, 10-yard carry.
Semio again, 2 10-yard carries in a row right up the middle. Linganore is trying to chew up the middle of this Oakdale defense, and what I look for him to do is chew it up and force him in, and then look for Felton or Schiller on the outside.
Here we go. Lay, looking to the right, throwing a fade into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Linganore Lancers on the fade. What a beautiful pass and catch.
Yeah, that was number 5. Again, Bennett Formulac on the reception, deep in the corner, right corner of the end zone. And did I call it, Michael?
You
Bring
did.
the defense
Bring
in and then hit him on
outside.
one of the edges.
So at 4:56 in the first quarter, Linganore gets on the board. And here's the PAT, an important one. The snap is not great. The set is good. The kick is up and the kick is good. And we've got a knotted up ball game at 7 apiece with 4:56 to go, Thomas.
Yes, and Formulac on both ends of that. He's the reception for the touchdown, and he also kicked the extra point. So with 4:56 to go, we got a tie game here at Linganore Stadium.
Woohoo! I was thinking it was going to be a defensive struggle there for a minute, but both teams showing their offensive firepower here in these last 2 possessions.
Yeah, it could be a barn burner. I mean, if I'm the Oakdale coach, I'm saying, listen, I think we can beat them through the air. If I'm the Linganore coach, Rick Connor, I'm saying we're going to continue to pound it. And you know what, guys? On defense, we only gave up 1 big play.
Well,
so
by
let's
the way,
get back and get after it.
I want to congratulate Walkersville. They're victorious in a game played earlier, 48-8 over Silver Oak. So Walkersville the Lions get the W tonight.
And again, I would look for the same standard operating procedure here on the kickoff for Linganore. They're going to kick it off. They're going to kick it deep, shallow right.
And they do, only this time he's going to have a chance. He caught it. So Blake's coming out. He's running, cuts left, got some room, bounces it outside, still on his feet. Drags 2 tacklers and all the way out to the 45-yard line. Fabulous return by the Oakdale Bears runner, Blake.
Yeah, Blake Baxter, about 25-yard return. And again, they didn't follow normal operating procedure on that kickoff. Kicked it a little bit deep, gave him an opportunity. And that's what, as a coach, I know Rick Connor wants to avoid. He doesn't want to give up big yardage on special teams.
So they mark it on the 43-yard line, so it's just shy of the 45, where Schley brings them out for their second, well, actually it's their third offensive possession. Quick wide receiver screen out to the outside. He's got some blockers, breaks 1 tackle, runs it out of bounds into the Linganore bench after an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and again, I think they're going to give him about 6 on that.
Yeah, they did 6.
And again, they did a good job. They keep it in front of them, right? They take on the blockers. 6-yard gains, good positive game for Oakdale.
Oakdale running a hurry up as well, no huddle. As Schley gets the signals out to his slot receiver. They're lined up. Hand off, pulls it in, hits the guy in the slant, caught into the secondary and all the way down to the 30-yard line. First down and in the Linganore territory. Boy, oh boy, the Lancers got to watch that one.
Yeah, and again, Schley has a really quick delivery. It looks like he just flings it out there. And there is a weakness right there. They've hit him down the middle deep 2 times in a row here on a seam route.
Here we go. Quickly, hands off to the deep back, straight ahead, into the pile, still moving, still churning. Give him a couple.
Yeah, number 2, Sabuke on that. Then they're going to give him about 5 yards. And tackled by a host of Lancers in the middle of that defense. Led by number 43, their middle linebacker, Jackson Ambush.
Tie game at 7 apiece, 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. As Schley goes down under center, motion, pitch to the outside. He's got a toss, got some pressure, caught in the backfield. He reverses field, loses another 2 or 3, and he's dragged down. That's going to be a 10-yard loss.
Yeah, big loss on that play. And you try and tell running backs, hey, get what you get. Don't turn back.
Don't give up.
It can be a big, but you know what? A kid like Sabuke can turn it back and make a big play out of it. But the way Linganore flies to the football, they're going to be there to make a play.
For some reason, they must have been down at contact before the second scramble because they're only marking it as a 1-yard loss. So let's call it 3rd and 11 now as Schley brings them out. Rolling to his left, he wants to throw, stops, sets, looking, nothing there. He scrambles, got some pressure, runs it up, breaks a tackle, through the line, secondary, first down yardage. It's all Schley. He made it happen.
Yeah, and again, when you're going to defend like that, and you got a quarterback that's a big quarterback, but he's also mobile, you can't go too deep when you're trying to when you're attacking. You get too deep, and he gets in front of you, he's going to have big yardage.
Well, you can see that those guys rushing in the backfield respected his speed and his ability to get out of trouble, and they didn't finish. Hand off to the lone back, straight ahead. Legs driving, turning, and then he's brought down. A gain of 3 on the carry.
Yeah, Musselman and Ambush on the tackle there, but a good, strong run by Sabute again. Didn't get much, but you're right, Michael. He had his legs churning, and he got more than he should have.
Schley brings him out, trips left, pistol backfield, hand off to the deep back, straight ahead, whole pile drives forward, all the way down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and again, a host of Lancers led by Joseph Bromley on the tackle. But again, big-time yardage for Sabute. He carried the pile for 6 yards to bring up a short 3rd down situation here with probably less than 2 yards to go.
All set, hand off to the deep back, or the up back, into the pile. Not much there. They shut it down at the point of attack. But Schley says they got enough.
Based on the mark, I'm going to say it's going to be very close. They're going
Official
to
timeout.
bring in and measure.
Let's see.
If they held him, it's going to be a very short 4th down situation, so
They're
Oakdale's
signaling-
going to have a decision to make.
They're signaling 4th down, so it's 4th and short. And here comes a little number 55 into the game to give him a little muscle up front there, Tom.
Yeah, they're going to try and put size in here. They don't want to give up the inches it's going to take for Oakdale to get the 1st down. I would look for maybe Schley to do a quarterback sneak here.
Yeah, Dustin Keith comes in. There it is, straight ahead. They try it. They go with their strength and their power. It looks like he got enough. No signal yet?
No signal, but I think he pushed the pile, and I believe that was number 9. Actually, number 9. That was
there's the signal. 1st down on the field.
Mario Goins on that in at fullback.
Quickly back out to the line of scrimmage go the Bears. Hand off to the motion back. Jet sweep around the right side. Tackled from behind. Beautiful play by Keith. Dustin Keith catches him from behind.
Yeah, nothing at all there. That was good, and Linganore did what they needed to do. They strung it out, and Keith made the play on the edge.
Second and goal from the 9-yard line.
Second and 9 from the 9. Schley in the pistol. Rolling to his left. Looks like a keeper trying to go around the edge. He's got pressure. Breaks one tackle, but not another.
Yeah, and again, a good job by Linganore stringing it out. Schley likes to get the edge in these short yardage kind of goal line situations, and he's got the same running ability that Lay does. He's a big, lanky kid, but he's very quick, too.
That was a run play all the way. They called it. As Schley brings them back out. Same formation for the Bears. Talking to his deep back. He positions him directly behind him. And we've got a whistle on the field. What's the call?
That's the quarter, Michael.
Yep, that was the end of the quarter. So we've got a second quarter coming, 12 minutes on the clock. The score is 7-7. We'll switch ends of the field, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. You're listening to Cool 1450 AM, and this is your home for great high school football.
David Salon is a sophisticated hair salon that will pamper you in a big city atmosphere with personalized small town service. Conveniently located in the Walkers Village Shopping Center in Walkersville, create the new you with one of our experienced, innovative stylists. David Salon will help you look and feel your absolute best. Color, waxing, facials, manicures, pedicures, and more. Men and women love David Salon. Call for an appointment today at 301-845-4050. That's 301-845-4050. Or check us out online at davidsalons.com. David's Salon is a proud sponsor of Frederick County High School athletics.
All right, Schley's got it on the slant, wide open, touchdown across the middle. The Bears score.
And again, that seems like that's their strength against what seems to be tonight Linganore's weakness. They are not doing a good job defending the pass.
That slant has been open all for the first quarter and now into the second. At 11:57, Oakdale puts another 6 up on the board as they tee it up for the PAT.
And Ritter waiting on the snap.
And then we've got timeout. A flag on the field from the far side judge said motion against the Bears. So they'll march off 5 on that and make him kick a field goal.
Yeah, and again, this kid has a strong leg. But, hey, you know what? When mistakes like this happen, you can miss something like this.
It affects your timing. It also gives the other team an ability to rush better and get a possible block. And that's exactly what Linganore's ready to do. They're looking for the block as they bring in their speedster. There's a snap, the set, the kick is up. Oh, and it's perfect. Right up the middle. He splits the uprights. So the Oakdale Bears jump out to a 14-7 lead here over the Linganore Lancers with 11:57 to go. We've got a kickoff coming up, and we'll be right back after this message.
Where do you get your real-time information? News, weather, traffic, school delays, and cancellations. At Cool 1450 AM, one of our most important resources is FrederickScanner.com. Live traffic cams, weather cams, city and county resources, police, fire and rescue. Anyone living, working, or traveling in and around Frederick should bookmark FrederickScanner.com on their PC or go to their Facebook page and download the mobile app today. FrederickScanner.com, a live information window to Frederick County.
All right, welcome back. Oakdale Bears have put another 7 on the board. They're kicking off deep to the Linganore Lancers into the end zone for a touchback. Linganore will bring it out to the 20 where they'll take over 1st and 10. And I believe we have what we call here a classic horse race, Tom.
Yeah, we do, Michael, and it's it's going to come down to is execution.
Who touches the ball last?
Execution.
Yeah,
Linganore's got to find an answer for Schley in that. and that passing game. If they can't find an answer for that, they're stopping the run. If they can't find an answer for the passing game, it could be a long night for that defense.
2 observations, very few penalties, and no turnovers. Here we go. Handoff quick up the middle, caught, and he's down with a 12-yard catch and run right over the middle to number 9.
Yeah, they're going to call that incomplete. Looked like he maybe bobbled it and hit the ball on the way, hit the ground on his way down.
Mason Wills.
That's Mason Wills. You know, you got to look out for him. He's playing tight end, and he gets that ball in the middle. He can break a couple tackles, and he can get upfield pretty quickly.
That looked pretty good to me. All right. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lancers. As Lay takes a long snap count, turns and hands off to Sabute around the left side. Saboye, excuse me. Good positive yardage on the run.
Hey, they just blew the whistle dead. Samoyoa's legs were still churning there.
How do you say that? Samoye? Samoyoe?
Samayoa?
Samayoa, thank you.
Good run by Samayoa. He got 7 yards and lost a shoe in the process.
3rd and 5, 25-yard line.
All right, 3rd and 5 for the Lancers. Big down for them right here. Looks like the Bears are coming. Straight ahead. 1st down yardage. He's in the secondary. 1 man to beat. And he runs right over top of him. Drills it all the way down to the 43-yard line in Bears territory. Brilliant run by Samoye.
And that was actually Xander McClure coming in to fill in for Samayoa, who lost his shoe on that play. So Linganore right back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to try and get this momentum going. That was Xander McClure, number 28.
I see it. Okay, got it. Straight ahead. Tough running.
Gain of 2 on that. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 8 here.
The near side marker had it on 3rd down for that 1st down play.
They can't even keep up with the pace of the game here.
Handoff to the deep back. Bounces it outside. Cuts it back in. Nothing there. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play, but had he not lost his footage there, McClure would have been up for another big gain, probably another 1st down. He just lost his footage there, gave the defense a chance to catch up to him.
Very impressed with their ability to plant and cut out here on this field tonight. Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's just not something they do. Those are drills that they go through practice after practice after practice as running backs here in the Linganore football program.
Bears in a 4-3 defense. And now we've got a whistle and a flag and a motion penalty against the Lancers. Their first offensive penalty of the game.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt. I mean, it was already 3rd and long. Now it's going to be a 3rd and looks like about 12 or 13 yards here.
Yeah. Let's call it 3rd and 12 now with the ball all the way back on the 46. As Lay brings them up. Got the play from the sideline, leans down under center. Hands off, fakes a handoff, got some pressure, has to step up in, he's going to get sacked. So they blitzed off the edge on the right side, and that was the right defensive call for the Bears.
Yeah, and it's really hard to read the Oakdale numbers, but that looked to me like it was number 9, Mario Goings, on the sack there. And again, Lay didn't go down easy, but they really blitzed that line right up the middle.
Well, he came in untouched right into Lay's lap. There's a quick off, then the ball has gotten away. It looked like they might have even been offside, but there's no flag. Drives him back, takes a hop all the way into the end zone. The Bears get a break because that ball could have been down. That was a great punt by the Lancers.
Yeah, excellent punt. And I think I know why Luke Carey blocks so many punts. It looked like he was 2 yards in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
He was.
He gets off that ball so quick, but it looked like he got off a little too quick that time.
I thought it was early myself, but no flag on it.
So Oakdale pinned deep in their own territory. This is where Linganore is going to have to make a stand if they're going to stop Oakdale's momentum here.
The ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. 9:13 to go in this first half. The Bears lead at 14-7. Bunch of other games, great games going on around the county. We'll get you caught up on the scores and more. Schlee, handoff to the lone back, straight ahead, breaks a couple of tackles, still driving, and all the way down, 7-yard gain on the carry. Good running.
Yeah, Simeon Sabute again excellent run there. He doesn't stop. He keeps those legs moving. He's going to get every inch that he's capable of getting. And that was an excellent run. What should have been maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain ends up being 6 or 7.
Well, he's averaging 12 yards per carry on the season, so you got to stop him right off the bat. They hand it off to him again, trying to get around the edge. Got one man to beat. Breaks an arm tackle, drilled out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down and more.
Yeah, good call there. He got the edge. Cole Mitchell and Jackson Ambush on the tackle for Linganore. Mitchell's doing a really good job setting the edge, but I think the speed of Sabute there was able to get him around the edge just enough to get the first down.
4 receivers in the pattern. They hand off to the deep back straight ahead. Just north-south running for a gain of 7.
Yeah, Sabute again, another excellent run. He gained about 6 yards on the carry, right up the middle, untouched, and just fell forward.
This tempo that the Bears have created is blistering as Schley brings them out. Quick wide receiver screen to the right. Got some running rooms out on the edge. Drilled out of bounds, but not until he gets first down yardage.
Yeah, and that play out there was an excellent play by Will Coletti on defense. He fought off the block and was able to just keep the play in front of him. It resulted in a first down, but it could have been a lot worse.
1st and 10 for the Bears now as the ball sits on the 44-yard line in Bears territory. As Schley brings them out. Hand off to the lone back off left tackle, cuts through the seam and drills himself all the way down to the 50-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the carry.
Yeah, tackle on the play by number 43, Jackson Ambush. He's the heart and soul of this defense in the middle. But again, it looks like Oakdale's also found an answer to get this running game moving.
They are
Sabute
blocking,
is getting
yes.
5-6 yards a carry right now.
2nd and 4 for the Bears. Hand off to the motion back, a reverse. They're going to go deep pattern. He's wide open into the secondary. Touchdown, Oakland Bears. Oh, boy, the halfback pass option for the touchdown.
Yeah, fake the jet sweep, reverse it, and then they throw deep. And wide open on the play was number 4, Blake Baxter for Oakdale. So that's going to put Oakdale up 20-7 with 7:18 to go and the extra point pending.
The Bears go razzle-dazzle on that one and stun the Linganore crowd.
And again, a play like that, difficult to defend when you don't see it live at that speed in practice all the time. But that's a standard staple in the Oakdale Bear offense.
The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we've got a 21-7 ball game with the Bears opening up their lead on some great offensive firepower here in this first half. We'll be right back after this break.
The following back-to-school public service announcement was brought to you by Gary the Barber.
The school year is here. Kids, when you're waiting for the bus, stay at the bus stop, well away from the curb. When you get off the bus, check for traffic in all directions before stepping onto the street. And be sure to stay in full view of the bus driver at all times. Thanks for doing your part to make every school day a safe day.
If you want your kids to look great for the new school year, call Gary the Barber today. That's 301-305-7895.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oakdale spots the ball up on the 40, ready to kick off to the Lancers. Right to left on your radio dial after they've gone to a 21-7 lead here with 7:18 to go in the half. There's a good, solid, deep kickoff, and it bounces into the end zone for the touchback. And the Lancers will bring it out to their 20. So what is Coach Connor going to tell these guys to settle them down a bit?
Well, Coach, you see him. He's got him over there on the sideline right now. He's talking to him and saying, listen, we practiced against this all week. We know what they're going to do. We know how they play. Let's just maintain our poise and composure. Let's get out there, have fun, and fly to the football.
You think
he's going to be coaching up. Make sure we don't we keep the middle strong and we don't let them pass on us. He's got to fix the pass coverage.
Do you think he's going to open it up a bit?
I think they're going to stick to their game plan on offense currently. I mean, I've seen them, even in the state championship game last year, they didn't lose their composure.
Good point.
And they played their game. They came back and won.
They did. In a similar kind of battle. Hand off to the lone back around the left end. They shut it down at the point of attack, and he lost a couple.
Yeah, it didn't seem like that left side of the Linganore line gave him any help there, and that was a host of tacklers there. It looked to me to be, it's so hard to read their uniform numbers.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I was going to say Dylan Steinberg or Tyree Jones on the tackle out there.
They'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Lancers. There's a penalty flag in the secondary. Straight ahead. Carry, good for 10 yards. Let's see what the penalty is. The flag came from the back judge.
Looked like it may have been a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, yeah, I agree. I think that's
Linganore.
what it is. Yes.
Excellent pass and catch there. Felton caught one that just was threaded between the defenders. And it is a sideline warning.
Yep, sideline warning is the call, so they pick up the flag. No penalty on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Lancers. Big down right here. They need to move the chains.
And they're going to have to get protection here for Lay. If he's going to drop back and pass, they got to make sure he's got time to get that ball out of there.
Lay brings it down, goes with the keeper, and he's not going to get it. He's blasted right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm going to say number 78, Trey Briscoe there, the right tackle, just didn't pick up that defender, and Lay didn't have a chance. Once he took that step right, he was toast.
So the Lancers go 3 and out, and they bring in the punting unit. There's a snap. It's a good one. There's the kick. It's a beautiful kick. Drives him back, taking it to 40, out to the 45, 50. Still on his feet. Drilled around, whipped into the ground right at the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bears at midfield.
And Jackson Ambush again on the tackle. He's going to have to help ignite this Lancer defense if they're going to stop this Oakdale Bear offensive juggernaut from what we've seen so far.
I'm telling you, Lancers look a little slow out there right now. They're just not, there's no pep in their step.
And I'll tell you, I watched Luke Carey on that punt again. Man, he gets off that ball so fast. It's unbelievable. Sometimes he looks like he's offsides, but he's got impeccable timing.
Hand off to the lone back, straight ahead into the secondary, still on his feet. 10-yard gain for Zabute.
Yeah, Sabute is now just shredding the middle of that defense for the Lancers. They're getting big chunks of yardage at a time. Again, a gain of about 11 on that play. It'll bring up another 1st down.
Straight
and they're
ahead,
right back to the line of scrimmage.
Hand off to Zabute, goes off left tackle, slings right through it, slides, drags, pulls a leg, and gets 8.
And Sabute again, another big carry. And I look to Oakdale to keep up the pace. They're getting right back to the line of scrimmage. They figure if they got the Lancers on their heels, they're going to continue to attack.
Yep. Lancers need to start run blitzing a little there at the point of attack because they're getting shredded on the line of scrimmage right now. And now Schlee's going to roll right, wants to pass. Got a man, throws it deep, wide open. Touchdown, Oakdale Bears. Oh, my goodness. Nobody covered the guy.
There is no answer for that. And you know what? I think Coach had him kind of calm down on the sideline. That's a big defensive breakdown. There was nobody in middle coverage. And if they're playing zone like they should be, then that safety's got to play the middle. And there's got to be a handoff from the corner to the safety. That's not happening out there. And Schlee is just picking them apart. This is going to be what they're going to have to fix, and they're going to have to fix it quickly.
All right, there's a snap to set. The kick is up. And oh boy, we've got a 28-7 football game here with 5:10 to go. And that's 3 scores by the Bears in this second quarter.
And there's a flag on the play. We'll have to kind of decipher what happened if they got a re-kick. Waiting for the official to make the call here. But again, this defensive secondary for Linganore is going to have to get it talking to. They're going to have to figure out what's going on back there, and they may have to change some personnel.
Yeah.
Because Schlee, I mean, Schlee's a good quarterback, but you don't have to be a good quarterback to hit wide open receivers like that. Those receivers are so wide open. There wasn't a guy within 10 yards.
No, sir. All right, we're going to re-kick the PAT. It looks like they're going to take it. Now we've got timeout on the field. What's up with that?
So the extra point is good.
Oh, okay, so they wave it off, and they put the extra point back on the board, and they say, let's just go play some football.
I wonder if they gave Linganore an option and said,
do
you want to take the penalty on the kickoff, or you want to take it? You know, he's gonna make it from 5, 10 yards, 15 yards beyond that, and maybe we can push him back far enough on the kickoff that we can get a return out of it.
Let's see where they spot the kickoff then. That'll be the key to that one.
I don't know. They're back out there. Like these officials have me totally confused, Michael. It's like, you know, working late in the day, right, trying to get checklists done, and your eyes become pinwheels. You just get so confused trying to figure things out.
Right.
Now looks like they're going to re-kick it 5 yards back.
No, there's still the extra point up on the board, on the scoreboard.
Well, I think the scorekeeper is also confused.
Oh, there it is. There it is. They took the point off the board now. We're back to 27. So we are going to go for the PAT again. From 5 yards deeper, there's a snap to set. The kick is up, and it looks pretty good to me. It is.
Yeah, Bannon off the edge there had an attempt to make a block on that. He's a high jumper on the track and field as well, and he made a good diving attempt, but Ritter splits the uprights. And it's 28-7 with 5:10 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, getting a little kicking practice out there. We'll be right back.
MedOne Pharmacy is the largest locally owned and operated pharmacy in Frederick County. MedOne Pharmacy has 4 locations in Brunswick, Emmitsburg, Middletown, and Thurmont to provide you with convenience, experience, service, tradition, and value. MedOne Pharmacy. Check out their website at med1pharmacy.com. That's MEDONE pharmacy.com today. Or for more information, call them at 301-271-2223.
MedOne Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Frederick County Public School athletics.
All right, once again, the Bears have the ball teed up on the 40, and they kick it off. Deep to the Linganore Lancers. Catches it in the end zone for a touchback.
That's Felton back there. He's trying so hard to get that ball in the field of play so he can make a return opportunity. But Ritter's leg is just too strong, and that's an excellent way to avoid those special team scores. I mean, you're going to kick in the end zone. There's no returns in high school football.
No, there isn't. I mean, it's not like you can bring it out like you can in the NFL, you know. All right, let's see what Coach Connor has dialed up with his team down by 3 scores. 28-7, the Bears lead it with 5:10 to go in the half.
Well, they got a power eye.
Fakes a handoff, fake the end around, quick out, intercepted! It's a pick 6. Oh no! Oh no! That is a backbreaker.
Yeah, that is a dagger there. I don't think Lay should have ever thrown that football. There were more white jerseys than black jerseys.
Oh, no.
And the receiver had to make an attempt to come back to the play, and it was supposed to be a screen. I think he was out in front of his blockers. It's just a total breakdown there, and I don't think Lay should have ever made the pass.
Woo.
You know, last week Lay had 2 interceptions. Prior to that, he was making great decisions all year. That was not one of them.
It looks like their first half woes from last week have followed them over into this game. There's a snap to set, the kick is up, and there's a penalty on roughing the kicker. Lancers are going to face a personal foul roughing the kicker on the kickoff, and it goes from bad to worse, Tom.
It's not going to really be much of an issue since it's the kickoff. He's going to kick it in the end zone anyway.
Excellent
Whether you give
point.
him 15 yards to do it, it's going to be easier for him. But you know what? If you start slow against a team like Walkersville this year, you can rebound from that. If you start slow against a team that's as disciplined and well coached and explosive as Oakdale, this is where you find yourself, down 35-7.
Yeah.
they're going to be on the verge of a running clock, and that usually doesn't happen to a Linganore team. You usually see Linganore put a running clock on their opponents.
Yeah, Oakdale's making a statement out here. That pick 6 was crushing. Linganore now down by 4 scores with 5:03 on the clock. This time they'll tee the ball up on the 45. And you're right, he'll just put that one through the uprights.
Now you're starting to hear the Oakdale crowd get into it. And over here on this sideline, it's fairly silent.
It is. You can hear a pin drop on the Linganore side. Straight ahead kickoff into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone.
I think these fans are used to seeing Linganore put up 48 points a game, keep their opponents to 9. I think they're stunned over here.
And rightfully so. I mean, this was supposed to be a competitive contest.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I thought we wouldn't be able to hear ourselves here in the booth. We can hear ourselves loud and clearly right now. Linganore right back out to the line of scrimmage. They're going to try and maybe pick up the tempo here, I would bet.
Well, they better. Handoff around the end, cuts it upfield, runs into a tackler and drop, but he gets a good 8 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Xander McClure again, getting the edge, getting positive yardage. It's going to bring up 2nd and short. The object here for Linganore is let's get a score here before halftime.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
And then take the momentum, and then we can make our adjustments. Coach Connor does a very good job at making adjustments at halftime, particularly on the defensive side.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers in the outspread. Hands off to the back around the left end, caught from behind and dragged down. Give him 2 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yep, 3rd and short here for Linganore. 4:15 and running, 35-7. I don't think they believed they would be in this position. Looking to the sideline for the play, they got twins to the right. Xander McClure is flanking Lay in the backfield, is in shotgun.
Lay hands off to McClure around the left end again. Runs into 2 rough tackles, no gain. That's going to bring up 4th and short. They're going to have to punt it away.
The way I'm looking at it, he lost yardage on that. Now they're going to have to kick it away again, and Oakdale will probably have a short field as a result. Linganore's going to have to find a way to get a spark. They're going to have something turn their way. They're going to have to make a big special team play. They're going to have to get a turnover on defense. Something's got to happen, or they're going to find themselves with a running clock in the second half.
Well, it's obviously the momentum is on the side of the Oakdale Bears. Here they come for the block. He gets a beautiful punt away, drives him back, takes a Linganore bounce, rolls all the way down to the 25, and it's down at the 21-yard line. No, check that, make that the 16. All the way down to the 16-yard line. My goodness, that's a net 60 yards punt.
Yeah, and that's something that they needed. Now Oakdale doesn't necessarily have the shorter field, but the defense is going to have to step up here. I don't look for Oakdale to take their foot off the pedal. I mean, Schlee and Sabute and that whole offense, I think they're going to continue to run the way they've run. They're not going to change anything at this point.
Run, slant. Here we go. Schlee brings them out. 2 receivers split wide, slot left. Motion, straight drop, wants to pass. Looking for the slant, wide open. Nobody on him. 30, 40, 50 yards, breaks 1 tackle. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Oakdale Bears. Oh, my. That is a 35-plus point lead now for the first time since I can remember. Linganore is down by 5 scores.
If this continues and the score ends here for halftime with a 35-point lead, they're going to open up the second half with a running clock. It's hard to come back against a team like this with a running clock. That may be the nail in the coffin right there. And again, they haven't done anything to answer this Oakdale offense's passing game.
Well, we knew Oakdale was good, but we had no idea that we were looking at this.
They're good, but those are defensive breakdowns. And those receivers are open by 10 yards or more every time. There was nobody in the vicinity of him to even make an attempt to tackle him.
Ritter puts another one in to take the score with 3 minutes on the clock in the first half to 42-7. The Bears lead it.
And I don't know if you remember last year, Michael, but Linganore went over to Oakdale and they lost a big one, right? And that's when their season turned around.
It did. It did.
And that's when they regrouped. And Coach does a really good job at that here at Linganore. They get them regrouped and focused, and they didn't make a misstep the whole rest of the way. And they had the fortitude to come back in that championship game, which I know you were at broadcasting.
And they got stronger. They got stronger every week after that game, and that was a 28-9 loss at Oakdale.
Sometimes when you start a season and you're beating teams 48-9 on average, you know, there's something has to happen to keep the kids' feet on the ground, and maybe this is something that's going to happen for this Linganore team. We'll have to see.
I remember Oakdale's only played. This is only the 5th game of the season for them, so they got a lot in the tank right now, and they're showing it. Ball's teed up now on the 40. We're ready for our 5th kickoff in the second quarter. There it is. Taken at the, well, they signaled touchback, but Felton brought it out anyway, and he's dropped at the 16-yard line, but the referee on the far side of the field signaled touchback.
Yeah, and the whistles would have blown if it was, because in high school football, if that ball hits the end zone or is received in the end zone, the play is automatically dead, and the offense gets the ball at the 20-yard line. So here we go again. Linganore's got answers that they have to find on offense as well. I mean, they have not been able to do anything except for that one drive.
It's been a total breakdown of the whole team, special teams, offense, defense, everything. 9-yard gain on the carry, driven out of bounds.
So 2:48 to go, 42-7 Oakdale. 9-yard gains are great in a football game, but they're not doing too much for us right here with the clock.
McClure sets
limited
up the
here. They've got to find a way to strike. They're going to have to get some points on the board before the half.
Lay under center, hands to the up back, straight ahead, first down yardage. Churning, driving, still on his feet. Was that Bruscia?
Yeah, that was Anthony Bruscia, the big fullback. He gets the hard yardage.
So the Lancers are not panicking, sticking to their game plan. Clock down to 2:34. Fakes a handoff, straight drop over the middle. It's going to be intercepted. It is. Off the fingertips of Formalak into the air was Wills, and into the air, and it's an open season for the deep safety.
And again, they like that play, that tight end on the little skinny post, right in the middle, but the ball's coming out too hot. He's got Wills twisting in the wind out there sometimes, and again, just another deflection. Oakdale in the right place, the right time, makes the play.
At 2:23 to go in the first half, the Bears have it with another turnover and a 42-7 lead. He fakes the pitch, wants to go deep, looking for the nail, overthrown, incomplete.
And he had a step on number 10, Will Coletti. He was open. If that pass was a little bit more on the money, that would have been
if he
touchdown.
Floated it a little bit more, let him run under it, it was all the way. But fortunately, we don't need any more scoring here. This game is already pretty lopsided.
Yeah, but I don't see Oakdale letting up on the gas here. They got an excellent opportunity on a short field with 2 minutes to go.
Offset eye, power formation, and they run it straight ahead right at Lancers. And the Lancers respond by shutting it down for a short gain.
Yeah, a lot of Lancers in on that tackle, led by number 55, Dustin Keith, and number 42, Dalton Pearl. And again, Oakdale right back to the line of scrimmage. Got trips right on this play, single back.
Noticed that. Hand off to the deep back. He pulls it in on the keeper around the edge. First down yardage, drops the ball. Did he lose the ball out there?
It looked like he did, but he did not. He picked up the first down, so with 1:42, the clock will start running again.
Did you see what I saw? It looked like he dropped the ball.
It did. He had that ball behind him. It looked like he went. When he went, the ball went the opposite way, but clearly it didn't.
Well, sometimes you just got to get lucky, and that's what Oakdale's been. They faked the screen, Schley keeps it, runs. I think that was a breakdown right there. I think it's a busted play, don't you?
Yeah, I think it was too, but it was an excellent fake. I mean, he even faked the defensive end coming in. Pearl turned around looking for the screen pass, and then Schley had another opportunity, but shut it down, a gain of 1 on that.
I think one of the slots was supposed to turn out for the screen. It was supposed to be a slot screen, but they all three drove down the field. Nobody looked back. Let's see if they do it again. Nope, they're going for the slant. Slid underneath, incomplete. Looking for that slant again.
Looked like he had caught that ball. That was an excellent attempt there by the receiver.
Well, he trapped it.
Ball thrown behind him.
Yeah, he trapped it on the ground. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 with 56 seconds on the clock in the half. 2 down territory here for the Bears.
Yeah, I would look for them to isolate on the left here.
Handoff up the middle, straight ahead, driving, churning, moving the pile, still on his feet. There's a flag into the pile. Let's see what we got. That's usually a face mask.
Carried by number 2, Simeon Sabute.
Sabute, again, another big carry.
He just moved the whole pile.
He just kept his legs churning. I can't tell how big. He's not
Holding
the biggest
on
back,
the Bears is the call.
But he is a determined running back. He's very quick, but he's determined. He's going to get those hard yards as well as those yards he gets with his burst of speed.
We have a holding call on the Bears.
So that'll move it back. We'll replay 3rd down as they mark off the penalty from the spot of the foul.
Some may think that hurts the Oakdale Bears, but I think maybe, hey, it gives Schley and his receivers a little bit more room to operate.
Yeah. 3rd and 10 now with the ball on the 21-yard line in Lancers territory. As Schley brings him out, has a little conversation with Savute, his pistol back. He rolls to his right, wants to pass, got some pressure, has to stop and scramble up the middle. Nobody there. Runs around, grabbed and dragged down. Beautiful saving tackle. Who was that?
That's number 43, Jackson Ambush. He's one of the defenders that seems like he came to play today. And he's all over the field. I have to think that maybe part of his responsibility is to ghost Schley in case he tries to break the pocket and
you
get
think he's spying on
there.
Schley?
I do think that. We'll see. We got 2
So
seconds
they stop
left.
the clock
I would
with
expect
2 seconds on the board.
I'd expect Ritter's going to come in and kick a field goal here.
Oh gosh, that's just what we need.
And run it up 45-7. Should be a quick timeout to get the kick up and away, and then
spotted on the 19. So that'll be a 36-yard field goal.
I don't think I've ever been to Lancer Stadium when it's this silent.
This quiet, yeah. At least not for a couple of years. Maybe back in the 2011 or 12.
And for me, I coached a lot of these seniors. That was the last freshman team I had.
Sure.
We lost 1 game out of the gate that year as freshmen and didn't lose after that.
Didn't look back.
This is a very, very good football team. And I want to see what kind of adjustments they make at halftime and see what they're able to salvage here.
There's the snap, the set, the kick is up, and it is hooked left. No good. So they missed the field goal, and we go down to halftime, and that's it. We're at the half here at Linganore High School, where the Oakdale Bears have jumped out to an unbelievable 42-7 lead over these Linganore Lancers here at home in front of the stunned Linganore crowd.
Yeah, I think everybody in here, Michael, including us, is shocked and baffled by this. We didn't expect to come in here and see one team, I don't think, take advantage of the other team the way Oakdale has been able to do to Linganore so far tonight. This should have been one of those premier games in Frederick County.
So. Absolutely, Tom. All right, we'll step aside for our halftime break, give you a little music, give you a chance to relax and catch your breath. I know we need to because it's been a hectic first half here. We'll be right back. We got about 19 minutes on the clock and a good halftime show for you. See you in a few.
It's the first Thursday of the month at Gettysburg Auto Auction, which means we are having our absolute and in-op sale. Gettysburg Auto Auction will need additional buyers to keep our record sales year going. So if you're in the market for a used vehicle, let us help you here at Gettysburg Auto Auction. Just a reminder, Gettysburg Auto Auction will be starting B-Lane promptly at 6 p.m., so plan on being there early. Gettysburg Auto Auction still has the lowest fees of any auction and the highest customer satisfaction record possible. Couple those with our exclusive Bid Drive-By program, where you get to drive your car before you buy it, and Leftover Fridays, where you can drive any vehicle and buy it on the spot. Gettysburg Auto Auction is a totally unique auto auction. Gettysburg Auto Auction is located at the Steinware exit on Route 15, just north of the Maryland line. For a sampling of inventory and policy guidelines, go to gettyauto.com. Gettysburg Auto Auction, the little auction looking for additional buyers, and with a new start time of 6 p.m.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love seeing him smile when he high-fives his teammates. I love seeing his eyes light up when his team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe. It's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy head start in life. And that's something I really love.
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by the Maryland Public Secondary Schools Athletic Association and the Maryland State Athletic Directors Association.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave you with this great halftime entertainment by the Linganore Lancers marching band, as well as the entire Linganore Lancers team out here on the field. It's homecoming, so we're going to let you watch it on the video and just listen to the music and the entertainment here. Instead of going to the music, we'll keep us live here on the air.
Emily is the class council president and runs cross country. She is a member of the FCA, SGA, and president of the German Honor Society. She is a member of her church youth group and plans to go to college to study pediatric psychology. Court members, keep moving to your right. Court members, move to your right. Your other right. Our first pair on the King and Queen's court is Dominic Barbagallo and Shay Arneson. Dominic's parents are Tom and Una Barbagallo. Dominic is the SGA president, serves on his class council, participates in Model UN, and is on the academic, soccer, and tennis teams. He plans to head to college next year to study aeronautical science and become a commercial pilot. Shay's parents are Kristen and Mike Arneson. She is her class president, a member of the SGA, and plays basketball for Linganore's varsity team. She works at Black Hawk Barbecue and plans to attend a university in the South and pursue a medical degree in pediatrics. Trey Briscoe and Amanda Drake are next. Trey's parents are Dawn and Arwen Briscoe. Trey is a member of MCA and AACC. He also plays varsity football. He plans to attend college and continue to play football. Amanda's mom is Victoria Drake. Amanda's in the National Honor Society and Rho Kappa. She plans to attend a four-year college and become an elementary school teacher. Next are Alex Ishmael and Caroline Etherton. Alex's parents are Abe and Jen Ishmael. Alex is in the SGA marching band, concert band, and serves on his class council. He is a member of the National English Honor Society and the All-County Band. He plans to go to college next year and study architecture. Caroline's parents are Kevin and Laura Etherton. Caroline is president of the National Honor Society and a member of the Science Honor Society and Tri-M Honor Society. She is one of the guard captains and a student member of the board at the Audubon Society. She's active in Key Club and Girl Scouts. She plans to go to college and med school to become a pediatrician. Next are Ryan Lay and Lily Weaver. Ryan's parents are Pat and Rob Lay. Ryan plays football and is a member of the FCA. He plans to study business and play football in college. Lily's parents are Frank and Amy Weaver. Lily is the National Truth 365 spokesperson for childhood cancer. She plans to become a second-grade teacher in New York. And our final pair this evening is Jake Santos and Emily Wolf. Jake's parents are Lana and Maria Santos. Jake plays football and basketball at LHS, and he loves his youth group at TRCC. He plans to attend Messiah or Grove City College and major in education or theology. Emily's parents are Chris and Kelly Wolf. Emily is a member of the Class Council, National Honor Society, and French Honor Society. She takes part in mission trips as part of her work at DRCC. Emily plans to go to college and major in business. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our class of 2019 senior prince and princess selected by the members of the senior class are Jake Santis and Caroline Etherton. And finally, the crowning of our king and queen. King and queen were selected by a vote of all the students at Linganore High School as outstanding examples of Lancer spirit and character. Your 2018 homecoming king and queen are Ryan Lay and Shay Arneson. Congratulations to all the members of this year's 2018 Homecoming Court. Members of the court, please make your way forward onto the track for additional pictures, and we're going to get ready for the marching band. Please direct your attention to the field again for the 2018 Linganore High School Lancer Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Kevin Lloyd. Your drum majors are Alex Ismail and Erica Katsumoto. The band is pleased to present to you their 2018 competitive show, NYC. Sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of the city at show. Hey. The Linganore High School Lancer Marching Band. And we'd like to thank our parents, faculty, teachers, administration, and community for all the support to make this activity possible. We invite everybody to come back out to Lancer Stadium on October 20th as we host the TOB Regional Championship. 17 high school bands from the tri-state area will be here to compete for the championship trophies. We also, the Student Government Association would like to remind everybody to stick around at the end of the game for our annual fireworks display. We have a great display planned tonight. Celebrate our community and all things Lancers. Stick around and catch the show.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Take us anywhere you go. We're just 2 clicks away when you press the Listen Live button on WTHU.org. Fresh, upbeat, and fun. That's cool. 1450 WTHU and WTHU.org.
Here's the cool 1450 AM forecast. We'll have areas of drizzle and a slight chance of rain tonight. Expect areas of fog. Otherwise, it'll be mostly cloudy with a low of 59. We'll have areas of drizzle and a slight chance of rain into the afternoon Saturday. We'll have areas of fog into the afternoon. Otherwise, it'll be cloudy with a high of 76. Saturday night looks mostly cloudy with a low of 63. We'll have a partly sunny Sunday with a high of 83. For Columbus Day on Monday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 83. Overnight, our low 59. And from the cool 1450 AM Weather Center, I'm Rod Tanner.
It's 8 p.m. on the station serving the Catoktons with the greatest hits of all time. 1450 WTHU.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime is just about over. The players are stretched out. Our statistician, Will Burns, is here. Will, anything jump out at you in the first half?
Well, those 2 interceptions that Oakdale got, those really jumped out at me. 1 quarter, actually, just the second. Oakdale also almost got 250 yards in the second quarter. Most of that off passing yards, over 3 touchdown passes.
And you mentioned 3 passes went for approximately how many yards each?
Well, 3 touchdown passes at least over 30 yards. The longest one being 83.
Wow, that's amazing. So, well, we're a couple seconds away from the kickout. Both teams are back on the field. Tom, what do you think Coach has said to the players in the dressing room?
Well, here's what I think on the Oakdale side. I don't think Coach Stein is the kind of coach that's going to let up off the gas. I think he's just going to keep attacking. But he's going to bleed clock. He's going to have a running clock anyway. To start here, Linganore gets the ball. I think that's the best thing that they can have is getting the ball, because if they're able to score on their first drive, they may be able to salvage some time and make it more respectable.
Yeah.
I think the game is quite out of reach. But Linganore has to work on some things so that they get better for the next game. What do they do defensively? How do they fix this breakdown in the defensive backfield? Because these receivers are wide open. I couldn't tell what kind of defense they were playing, but it looked like they usually play zone, and it looked like when the corner or the halfback hands off, the safety's not there.
All right,
the middle of the field is wide open.
There's a run up and they kick off, and it bounces 2 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback.
And again, more of the same. Let's see if Linganore can change anything. What we're going to have to do is Lay's going to have to make good decisions. They're going to have to try and score. They're going to have to try and open it up a little bit. They can't be conservative anymore. They're going to have to try some new things and speed up the tempo here. If they do some of these things, maybe they can put some points on the board.
Well, handoff straight ahead. Breaks 1 tackle, falls ahead, gain of 7 on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and short.
And that was Samayoa again up the middle. So he gains about 6 on it. But, 6-7 yards a play is not going to do it, not in a game like this.
So Linganore's looks like they've got it scripted because they're looking to the sidelines for the next play. No huddle. Pistol formation. Fakes a handoff. No, he does hand it off, and there's nothing there. But he does manage to get a little bit of positive yardage and drives ahead about a yard short of the marker. We'll call it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. They may even give him the first down. It looks like they did.
Yeah.
And that was all effort by Samayoa. He's a small, quick back, but he will move the pile. He's a strong kid. He keeps his legs moving.
Same formation, quick wide receiver screen, immediately hit and dropped, and he blew right through number 5's block.
Yeah, if you're going to run that play, number 5, Bennett Formulac, he's got to sell out. He's got to keep the defender off the receiver. And I think that's what happened in one of the earlier interceptions in this game. Just seems like Oakdale is out there flying to the ball. We talked to Coach Connor before the game in an interview, and he said his defense really likes to fly the ball, but I'm seeing that on the other side of the ball tonight.
Absolutely. 2nd and 13 now for the Lancers. Handoff on the keeper. He pulls it in, runs around the edge, and he runs right into the defender for a couple-yard gain. I don't understand why he didn't cut it upfield and try to spin.
Yeah, I don't get that either. He ran straight into the defender. He almost hit his blocker out there on the edge. Very, very short gain. They're going to have to put the ball in the air down the field if they're going to do anything here tonight.
2 deep cover now as they anticipate a pass. There's the guy open, and he overthrows it, almost picked off. Great coverage, but they had Felton on the up and out.
Yeah, but you know what? They're keying on Felton. There were 3 defenders around Felton. On the opposite side of the field, you're looking at a wide open Matt Schiller, number 15. You can't just key on one receiver. You got to know what's going on, and it just seems like Linganore is not playing that way. They're trying to go with what they think they need to do rather than seeing the whole field.
There's the snap. The punt is away. Good solid punt. Bounces into the player. It's on the ground. He falls on it. I think they got it back. That was a dangerous reception by the Bears, but they managed to keep possession of the ball on their own 35.
Yeah, if you're going to make a play on that as a receiver, you got to get up and get under the football. He let that ball bounce right before him.
And it took a bad bounce into his stomach.
Yeah, that is not a safe play.
Yeah, that's Ricochet City right there.
And it looks like there may be a penalty on the play.
Yep, they're marking it back. Let's see what the call is. Illegal chop block against Linganore. They're going to make him kick it again.
Yeah, Linganore can't get the ball to bounce their way tonight. I didn't see that play.
So, no, they're not going to kick it again. They're going to mark it off from the point of the foul, which brings the ball all the way out to the 50-yard line. That is a 15-yard penalty on the Lancers. And now the Bears have excellent field position, which they've maintained throughout this contest.
Well, I'm trying to see if they've made any defensive adjustments out there, and it looks like they have the same defensive unit out there for the second half. We'll see if they made any adjustments and can stop this Oakdale offense.
Straight ahead, running all the way out to the 42-yard line, give him a gain of 8 on the carry.
And again, Oakdale, I mean, they are having their way, whether they're going through the air or whether they're running the football. They're gutting them up the middle, and then they're hitting their passes wide open in the middle. And I don't see any defensive adjustments yet. That's another 8-yard gain on first down. But they are huddling up, so they're slowing their pace. They've got the clock working for them. 7:28 to go here in the third.
I formation, wing in motion, pitch to the outside. Gets around the edge, cuts it upfield, still on his feet, into the secondary. It's a foot race for the end zone. One man to beat. Look at the speed. Oh, my goodness. Sabute runs by everybody and into the end zone.
Sabute runs by everybody through the end zone and into the soccer goal. Slip there. What a play there by the Oakdale Bears.
The speed of that young
on the right side, and he cut it back left and was just outran the pack.
He outran 3 Linganore defenders, and I mean, he didn't just run by them. He had a different kind of speed on that one.
And the damage continues. Now Ritter lined up for another extra point. I think at this point, if you're Oakdale, you're going to start moving in some of your some of your second string, third string, and I think for Linganore, maybe you keep the first string in to try and get a positive out of this game before you start moving to the bench. There's got to be something positive that comes out of this game.
Well, the positive is for the first time he misses the extra point.
That's one way to look at it, right?
No, there it is. He made it. Oh, my. It went through. No, there's no positive in that. There are 7 times 7 is 49. 49 to 7. 6 unanswered touchdowns for the Oakdale Bears.
And that clock is just going to continue to run.
Yeah.
It's a long night. This is homecoming for Linganore. It's not the kind of homecoming game you want to have.
Not the kind of homecoming game you would hope to have, right?
They have a fireworks show planned for after the game. I don't think anybody in this crowd wants to stick around for fireworks.
No, I don't think so.
When all the fireworks have been happening in the stadium tonight have been Oakdale fireworks.
Yep. They even had the phones lit up over on the Oakdale side at halftime, waving those phones with the lights on up in the air. Looked like a million fireflies in the stands. All right, for the 7th time in this game, the ball is teed up on the 40-yard line by the Oakdale Bears, and they will kick off to the Lancers. High, deep, end over end, and there's a touchback.
And again, in the end zone.
Yes.
No return opportunity for Linganore.
So let's look ahead a little bit for this Oakdale team. The only thing standing in their way I can see between them and the state championship is a team over in Montgomery County.
It's going to be one of the Montgomery County teams, and it's likely going to be Damascus.
It's Damascus. Damascus, the only thing in their way.
You know what? From what I'm seeing tonight from this Oakdale team and how well balanced they are, they can run the football, they can pass the football, they play excellent defense. They can beat Damascus. But Damascus is a tricky place to play, so hopefully they get to play them in Frederick County.
Well, a victory here tonight over a 3A team will give them a few extra points as the Lancers stick to the ground, and to no avail because they get no yardage at all.
And again, now they stick to the ground, but they're full-scale substitutions.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna let their second and third stringers get some reps tonight. It'll be interesting to see how Linganore responds. I mean, this is one game in the schedule. And again, this is not a team that Linganore is going to have to face later in the year either.
No. Well, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Straight ahead run. Got a couple on the carry. We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, number 32 on the carry. That was Dalton Jeffers.
Is Lay still in a quarterback?
No, Lay is no longer at quarterback.
Okay.
Got number 17 in the game now at quarterback, Harrison Heitzig.
I see Lay standing right here. Hands on his hips in the sideline.
Got a flag on the play here.
What's the call? It's against Linganore, I can tell you that. Marching back 5 yards. It's going to make 3rd and 12. Handoff, trying to run around the left end, caught in the backfield and dragged down for a loss.
Nicholas Hazlett on the carry there. Junior getting a carry in the game. Now it's going to bring up a punting situation again. Yeah. Linganore deep in their own territory, so Mason Wills is going to go back to punt.
Standing in his own end zone, Wills takes the snap. That's a good one. Gets a good kick away, bounces on the 45 and takes an Oakdale bounce, and it's down at the 36-yard line where the Bears will have it in great field position, 1st and 10.
And almost a mistake there. When they downed it, they just touched it. Remember, you can't just touch it because then the receiving team has an opportunity to pick that ball up and run.
Yeah, you have to wait for the whistle.
Yeah, basic thing you want to do is you want to step, pick it up, blow the whistle dead, or blow the play dead.
Right.
Don't ever just go down there and just touch it and think you've downed it.
Yep. That's one for the film room. We're down to 1:25 to go with the Oakdale Bears in an unbelievable lead of 49-7 here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball. Handoff straight ahead on the read.
Yeah, nothing there. Tackled by a host of Lancers.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, this second half can't go fast enough for Linganore. I know they're going to want to just get this over with and move on to next week.
Sure.
And again, clock continues to run. Oakdale is going to choose to huddle and just allow the clock to continue to run as you get their plays in a timely fashion, but they're in no hurry to run.
There's an offsides encroachment on the Lancers.
Yeah, it looks like number 91 on that, John Platt.
It's a hard count all the way down to the play clock was down to 5 seconds. And they were snapping on the play clock, which is huge and visible in the end zone, in both end zones. So quarterback looking right at it, just waited.
And Oakdale's not going to have to run another play this quarter. I mean, they got 17 seconds to go, 20 on the play clock. They're going to be
just let it
run out and start the 4th quarter with the football.
Sure. Boy, that was a fast 3rd quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Once that clock starts running, I mean, you're talking about 12 minutes. It doesn't take long to run 12 minutes. Again, difficult game to call. I mean, early on, a lot of action, but just not what you expected coming in with 2 undefeated teams from Frederick County.
You're right about that. All right, we'll step aside for a commercial break here. We'll be back after this important message from our sponsors.
The Catoctons are beautiful this time of year, and there's no better way to soak them in them with lunch or dinner at the Shamrock Restaurant. Fried fresh oysters have returned. Have some this week. Savor the Shamrock's bountiful hand-breaded shrimp dinner or well-prepared prime rib cut, both with vegetable and salad, only $18.95. Don't forget to stop by and order one of the Shamrock's daily lunch specials. And of course, weekends are filled with fine fare and music. Come to the Shamrock on US 15 in Thurmont or online at shamrockrestaurant.com. Closed Tuesdays.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Oakdale Bears have managed to move the chains and get a first down with the ball spotted on the Linganore 31. Oakdale has it 1st and 10. Hand off to the left halfback. Met at the line of scrimmage for no gain and dropped.
Yeah, tackle on the play by number 53 for Linganore. Grayson Rutch, Jr., getting some play time here tonight. So 11:05 to go, a 42-point lead, and the clock continues to run. Oakdale breaks the huddle.
Pistol formation. 3 receivers split out. Toss to the outside. It's a foot race around the edge. 1 man to beat. Hurdles over him and out of bounds. Right at the 10-yard line.
And again, a lot of running, very little gain on that play. Out of bounds, which would normally stop the clock, but since we have a 35-point lead here in the second half, that
does
clock is going
not
to
matter, right? So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 with the ball spotted on the 10-yard line now, with the Bears threatening to put this game over the half-century mark.
And again, a Linganore sideline, you're not used to seeing hands on hips. You can see the dejection in it. This is a big game
experience for them. Handoff straight ahead, nothing there. Thrown back into the backfield.
And again, number 53 for Linganore, Grayson Rutch on the tackle. I can guarantee you this, Michael. Linganore is going to come back. Coach Connor is a great coach. He's going to get these guys regrouped, build them back up, and I would bet that you're going to see a much different Linganore Lancer team starting next week.
I could say this is probably going to be good for them because they were getting a little stratospheric there. The #1 high school in the whole entire state of Maryland, public high school, ranked number 7. I don't know. Doesn't look like it now.
No, trying to get the edge out there, and number 91, John Platt on the tackle.
So one thing's for sure is that Oakdale will take over the #1 slot without a bit of conjecture on that with their undefeated season at 5-0, where Linganore will move to 5-1 and in the 2nd place for bragging rights in Frederick County.
And this will help Oakdale in the standings as well, beating a 3A team as a 2A team in the point standings.
Sure.
These are the kind of wins that they need to, vault themselves into a prominent position in the playoff standings when that starts to become a clearer picture.
Mm-hmm. Taking a look to our game next Friday, we've got a double header for you next week. We've got a fumble, the ball's loose, down into the end zone where the Bears recover. And they scored again.
Yeah, it looked like number 34 for Linganore, Nick Hazlett, fumble on the play.
He gets stripped.
And Oakdale just in the right place, at the right time again, fell on it in the end zone.
Wow.
And again, it's so hard to see the Oakdale Bears uniforms, white with silver maybe, numbers, but they just blend in so much.
You can't read the numbers.
It's hard to make the right call on that.
You need a pair of binoculars to see the numbers.
So 55-7, 7:53 and counting on the clock.
Ouch. So we're going to get ready for this PAT. But as I was getting ready to say, next week we have a doubleheader. On Friday evening, Walkersville will host Tuscarora. That should be a pretty good matchup, don't you think?
Kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, Tuscarora's a strong team this year, representing in the 3A West. Walkersville
spanked last week by Linganore, but came back and defeated Silver Oak easily, but that's no news there.
No, and Oakdale, Walkersville, I think, is on a down year. They were riding high with that seniors that graduated last year.
Mm-hmm.
They were most of their starters for 3 years, and they won a state championship in the middle of those 3 years.
Mm. Well, good to see Coach Connor joking around with the players there, slapping one on the back just now. So he's in a good frame of mind. Anyway, Walkersville Tuscarora is our call next Friday night. We'll be over at Walkersville High School. Then on Saturday, we have a special edition of high school football as we head to Boys Latin in Baltimore, where the Catoctin Cougars, on a special Saturday game, will have a 1:30 kickoff against Boys Latin, and we'll bring you that game live.
That ought to be interesting, going up against one of those private schools. How are the Cougars looking this year?
I believe they're 6-0.
Okay.
Undefeated, having a great season so far. Of course, they're in the 1A West, for what that's worth.
So here we are, ready for another kickoff.
The chant has started. You hear it?
Number 15, or actually number 14, Ethan Zirkle back to receive. Let that ball bounce in front of him. And Oakdale down on the ball, but Zirkle covered it up, and Linganore will take over inside the 15-yard line.
So here's some scores from around the league. Frederick defeats James Buchanan 40-22. Middletown tied up 6-6 with 7:48 to go in the third quarter. Middletown playing Urbana. We got the final was Walkersville. We got that one. 48-8 over Silver Oak. And Tuscarora leads 21-7.
So we're inside of 5 minutes now. Linganore has the football inside their 15-yard line, 56-7. The stands on this side of the field are clearing out. I think the biggest excitement here today is the woman right in front of us, I think, just won the 50-50 raffle. So this is the most noise I've heard on the Linganore sideline all night.
Amazing.
Timeout on the field. So again, back to the earlier discussion, I still think, knowing the Linganore football program and what Coach Connor is all about, he's going to have these kids refocused and prepared to move forward in the season. I think this is going to be a seminal moment, just like it was last year when Oakdale hosted the Lancers and beat them, and then Linganore turned their season around after that, culminating with the state championship win against Milford Mill down at the Naval Academy.
Yes.
But this is going to be a year, I think, too, for Oakdale, because last year they didn't make it out of the West. But I think this year they have an excellent chance to make it out of the West. Frederick County is still one of the strongest counties for high school football in the state of Maryland.
No doubt. It would be nice to have a 1A, 2A, and 3A playoff team here in Frederick County this year.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a busy broadcast week there, wouldn't it?
A lot of places you could go. With Catoctin leading in the 1A now, Catoctin in the point standings, Catoctin is in second place in the whole state, just behind Fort Hill.
And they're going to have to continue to win.
Yeah. Well, they've got a really easy schedule going forward. They're playing, like I said, Boys Latin next week, and then Joppatown the week after. No problems there. Rising Sun tonight.
Interesting for a team like a 1A team and how far they have to travel to play their games.
It is. And that's part of that new CMC alignment that we moved into a couple of years ago, with them not being able to play the Carroll County teams like they used to. Typically, Catoctin would be playing like a Liberty or an FSK or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And now you have Hazlett on the carry again for a first down. So Linganore first down at the 24-yard line.
Clock's all the way down to 3:40 to go in the game. with Oakdale leading at 56-7. Straight ahead, churning, driving, legs moving, got a couple.
So Dalton Jeffers on the carry, gain of, like you said, about 2. Again, these are valuable reps for kids that practice hard all week, don't get an opportunity necessarily to play in some of the tight games. But also, when you find that later in the season you get a key injury and you've got some players that have gotten actual game reps, it makes a big difference.
Hey, if you can catch a coach's eye right here, you can get yourself some playing time. Handoff around the edge, got some room, first down yardage, still on his feet, cuts it back upfield, and all the way down, 20-yard gain, best run of the day for our Linganore Lancer.
And that was number 34, Nicholas Hazlett on the carry. He's done well in the reps, making the most of his reps tonight.
That's the kind of thing I was talking about when I said get the coach's attention.
We've got an injured player down. Looks like number 20 for Oakdale, Avery McClellan, outside linebacker. Down, trainers attending to him. Linganore huddled up on the sideline. The Oakdale Bears taking a knee in the middle of the field.
All right, we'll step aside then for a timeout for injury break.
Gate Restaurant has been a Thurmont tradition for over 25 years. Christian owned and operated, Mountain Gate Restaurant has one of the finest home-style buffets in the area, with mouth-watering delicacies, desserts, and much more. Mountain Gate Restaurant is not just a place to eat, it is an experience. Down-home country cooking in a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Just off Route 15 in Thurmont, look for the big sign that says Mountain Gate Family Restaurant. And don't forget to ask for the Gospel Sing schedule. Come on down to Thurmont today and treat yourself to a meal you'd swear your mama cooked. That's Mountain Gate Restaurant, a Thurmont dining tradition. Mountain Gate has great food, good music, and fun for the whole family.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2:44 to go in this game. Linganore has the ball, 1st and 10. Handoff to the deep back, straight ahead. Met in the backfield and stopped. Gets back to the line of scrimmage with a little grit and determination. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that was Hazlett again on the carry. 2:23 and counting. I thought when we walked in here, Michael, it was a beautiful night for football. I love this time of the year, by the way.
Yeah, it is great.
And I can't say it enough, I really expected, a much more competitive game.
I think we all did. I'm sure we all did. Well, just look around you and the size of the crowd here tonight would indicate as such.
Hazlett, another good carry, gain of about 7.
Yeah, 7 or 8 on the carry, right?
So again, making the most of his reps tonight.
Yes, he is.
Linganore is stacked at running back. I mean, Samayoa had some excellent carries. Xander McClure also had some excellent carries. And I know Davon Butler, when he comes back and is healthy, that's going to make a difference on this Linganore team as well.
All right. I formation. Linganore. Handoff to the deep back. Bounces it outside, cuts it upfield, gets the first down.
Oh, looks like they mark him maybe just shy of the first down where he stepped out of bounds. To bring up 4th and short, which Linganore is going to go for.
They have to, right. So to remind you, this game is archived in its entirety. Video live stream is available on our website, WTHU.org. Click on Audio Vault High School Football for all you Bears fans. I'm sure no Linganore fans are going to want to watch this game.
No, not in the least. I'm wondering myself if I'm going to be able to get to my car and not have any traffic leaving here tonight because the mass exodus early in this game.
Well, the stands have already thinned out appreciably. I don't think they got it. I do not think they made the first down.
No, it looks like it's going to come up short of the first down. but I think they're going to measure.
Haven't called for the change yet. Taking a look at it. Signal, first down, Bears ball. Turnover on downs to the Bears as they flip the yard marker to 1.
And again, by the time Oakdale comes back out, they reset the
One
clock.
snap,
they're not even
knee
gonna
down,
have to,
victory
they're not
formation.
going to have to take a snap.
You don't think?
No, the game's over.
17 on the game clock, 25. The field clock's not even running. So that's it. All right. This one's in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Oakdale Bears, victorious in a huge stunner, 56-7 over the Linganore Lancers. And a quiet, hushed tone settles over the Linganore crowd.
Yeah, wow. The tale of two teams tonight. Oakdale, you knew coming in they were a strong team both offensively and defensively. Linganore was showing a lot of the same throughout the first part of the season, but tonight you didn't see any of that fire or any of that execution or any of the performance that you expected out of this Linganore football team.
Well, I think a lot of that was taken out of them with those quick early strikes downfield on those, 30 and 40-yard slants for a touchdown. I mean, that just takes the steam right out of you.
Yeah, the only thing I say about that is if it was a good play and the defense was positioned correctly and Oakdale just, kind of outplayed them on those big plays that you talked about, that would have been one thing, but they weren't even in position to make a play.
Yeah.
On those big scores, you're looking at wide open. There was nobody in the vicinity of any of those receivers. The middle of the field was undefended.
Sure.
Undefended.
Sure.
And they both run and pass.
Well, I think a lot of the people that are looking at Oakdale coming up will be watching those films carefully, and I'm sure Linganore is going to be spending a lot of time in the film room this week, breaking that down.
And they're going to be working on their pass defense because I'll guarantee you when the other teams look at huddle and review film, they're going to say, okay, there's a weakness in the secondary, and we're going to try and exploit it.
We're going to exploit it, absolutely, absolutely. Well, there goes your fireworks, as you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, as the crowd begins to stream out towards the parking lot.
And again, probably the only fireworks on the Linganore side of the field tonight at all.
I shouldn't even laugh at that. I mean, no. It's a humbling moment if you're a Linganore's fan right now.
It is, but like I said earlier, this is a great football community. This is a well-coached organization. These coaches are going to have these boys prepared for the balance of the season. You're going to see a different Linganore team come next week. It's not a team that's going to respond. They're going to respond really well to what happened today. They're going to review what happened, and they're going to make the corrections, and they're going to move forward, and they're going to be a stronger team just like they were last year.
Well, there is one positive that comes out of this game tonight, Thomas, and that's to have you back in the booth with us.
It's probably been 2 years.
Yeah, it has. And it's so good to have you back, man. Thanks. You had a great game, picked right up where you left off. I really appreciate it.
Hey, it was fun, Michael. Thanks for inviting me.
All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We better get out of here because this has been a difficult night, great night for Oakdale fans, difficult night for Linganore. And we'll just move ahead, move on to next week. We've got Walkersville Friday night versus Tuscarora. That should be a good game. And then we'll go over to Baltimore where the Catoctin Cougars will face Boys Latin. 1:30 kickoff on Saturday. Keep it tuned right here. It's a cool 1450 a.m. Rocking the Catoctins and you. On behalf of the entire team here at the press box at Linganore, Hollis Zimmerman, our videographer, Will Burns, statistician, William Warren, our IT director here, keeping us on the air, and Thomas Jeppy Culler, myself, Michael Betteridge, want to thank you for making all of this possible, and especially our game sponsors for giving us the opportunity to broadcast this game. Finally, last but not least, Brownie's Auto Care, Cousins Ace Hardware of Thurmont, David Salon, Gettysburg Auto Auction, Med One Pharmacy, Chef's Meat Market, Ace Hardware in Mount Airy, and Happy Dog Groomers. Thanks for sponsoring today's Linganore Lancers Oakdale Bears game. Congratulations, 56-7 The Bears victorious. We'll see you next Friday night.
It's 9 p.m. on the station serving the Catahtons with the greatest hits of all time. 1450 WTHU, Fairmont.